Donald Trump is panicking as the State Fair in Washington, D.C. has officially been shut down. Let me repeat, the State Fair is closed, and there have been a ton of medical emergencies right now in Washington, D.C., in and around the State Fair because of the massive heat wave that everybody has been warning about, but that the Trump regime is ignoring. What we are hearing is that there have been multiple people who have passed out, who were sent to the hospital. The Trump regime did not have sufficient medical stations. There were no misting stations. There was insufficient water. The booths by the so-called Great American State Fair didn't have AC. This became a massive health hazard, and we are hearing there have been a lot of people going to the hospital, a lot of people who have been seriously suffering from health conditions. Bill Mulligan over at Fox posted the following message: the National Mall is closing and the Great American State Fair is postponed until 5 p.m. for what we believe are heat-related reasons. Everyone is being asked to go to the exits. It is miserably hot and humid today. Genuinely feels like a sauna when you step outside. Yeah, according to meteorologists, Washington, D.C. right now is hotter than 99% of the rest of the world right now. Only a few places like in sub-Saharan Africa and a few locations in China are actually hotter than Washington, D.C. Here's the sign right here. Andrew Leadon posted this: the Great American State Fair is closed due to heat. Everyone must exit until 5 p.m., but I think it's going to be much longer than that. You have Julian Andrian over at Dropsite. Shout out to the guys at Dropsite, the people at Dropsite. They do great work. Here's what he just posted: Great American State Fair postponed because multiple attendees passed out due to heat stroke. I was there filming a Dropsite news vlog, and I personally witnessed 3 people pass out. The number is likely higher than 7 total. Take a look at this interview that Julian did with a staff member who was there at the so-called Great American State Fair. Folks, there is an emergency going down right now. State regime media is covering it up. Corporate news is covering it up. Julian's got the scoop here. Play this clip.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got just a second to tell us what's going on right now.
All right, so right now it's a heat wave going on.
Well, here, stand back here.
It's a heat wave going on right now, and people were just outside having fun, but people also outside and passing out. Okay.
How many people did you see pass out yourself?
7 people passed out in the last 1 hour. 67 people passed out in the last 1 hour. I promise you, that's why they closing.
Is the event well prepared enough for this? I mean,
at my station, I can't talk through the whole thing. You see, I got waters. Well, I had waters, but I still got cold water inside. So I don't know.
Is anybody going to the emergency room, the hospital?
A lot of people is.
A lot of people, like dozens?
But they got little medical tents over there, which you can see. They got medical tents. It's 5 to 6 beds in the medical center, and they got free air and free water.
Did your bosses prepare you for something like this? Did they say that today was going to be a mass? I mean,
not really. They just said just be out here.
Just be out here.
Yeah, just be out here.
Just show up, and something's going to happen, right?
Something's going to happen.
Well,
but my job is to make sure that y'all up, y'all thirsty, and y'all dehydrated, y'all hydration, and y'all good. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Attention, fair voters. The event.
Now, this is how it was being reported on state regime media, which calls itself Fox. They said, we saw a few thousand people out here. Today was actually one of the most heavily attended events, and it was going to be great. But now we've got to push everybody out. Yesterday, you all told people to show up, and that the way to show your patriotism, to show that you're a true patriot to Donald Trump, was to suffer in 104-degree weather. Y'all are culpable for this. Here, play this clip.
Great American State Fair. They are closing it for the time being. We're just getting word of this. Due to the heat, Mark Meredith is there. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, Sandra, well, I can confirm the heat is absolutely a major factor here. We are just shy of 100 degrees right now with the heat index. It feels well over it. Just moments ago, they pushed everybody to the exits off the side of the National Mall. You can see one of the exits here. And I know we've been talking about crowd size all week. This has been the busiest day of the fair. We saw a few thousand people out here, especially as the flybys were going on. But now, as you can see, they're pushing everybody out. God bless you. You guys get over okay?
Yeah.
Let me help you. Just be careful getting to the exit. They've also put up signs right here, Sandra, that show what's going on. They say the event postponed. We will reopen at 5 p.m. Now, there's always possible that they could extend those closures right here. The heat is going to continue well through sunset, but you can also hear on the loudspeaker right here, they pushed everybody to the exit. We've seen a number of VIPs, cabinet secretaries. Donald Trump Jr. was out here earlier today. A lot of people coming to check it out. As we expected, Sandra, this is going to be the heat of the event itself, but obviously these temperatures, which we've been talking about all week, are dangerous, and they wanted to make sure people could seek shelter because, as you know, on the mall, you were just here, Sandra, there is nowhere to hide from the sun unless you're in those state pavilions, and those are very cramped quarters indeed. Sandra?
And just so you see that we bring receipts, this is what State Regime was saying yesterday. State Regime media, they were saying, it feels like 110 degrees outside, but the true patriots are showing up. No, they weren't. It was empty. There's nobody there. And you were encouraging people. And now there have been massive medical emergencies taking place. Let's play it.
Here, of course, on the National Mall. And here's the thing. We're celebrating, of course, all 50 nifty United States, which is great, but the temperatures are also here to party. The current temperature outside right now, by the way, 101 degrees. You factor in the humidity and it feels like 110 degrees outside right now. We have excessive heat warnings that are in effect not just today but through tomorrow, meaning that at times, get this, Brett, it could feel like 115 degrees. But let me tell you something, that does not stop our true patriots. You can see them out here celebrating on the National Mall, all right? Now, here's the thing. The heat, though, certainly keeping the crowds at bay at the Great American State Fair. Plenty of folks still braving the heat to be a part of America's 250th birthday. And hey, if you're thinking about taking a train in, budget some extra.
And here you have Donald Trump out there at a speech that he gave in North Dakota, bragging about 107-degree weather. That ain't a flex. Bragging about 107-degree weather in Washington, D.C. and saying, it's going to be 107 degrees out there, so I'm going to do a really long speech just to show that I can do anything. That's sick. That's disgusting. You're going to kill people is what you're going to do. Here, play this clip.
And this week, we look back on 250 years of glorious freedom, and we took so much time and so much effort. And by the way, on July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything. It's going to be 107.
And so the so-called Freedom 250, which is the scheming entity that took over America 250 that's responsible for this disaster and grift, they posted the following: the safety and well-being of every guest remains our top priority as we celebrate this historic 250 Independence Day. In light of the current heat conditions, Freedom 250, the United States Park Police, the National Park Service, the Secret Service, and Federal Emergency Management Agency have coordinated closely to adjust event timing and expand cooling resources, water stations, and medical support across the grounds. Pause. Okay, if you have cooling stations, water stations, misting stations, why weren't they out today? Why weren't you helping people today who are now being hospitalized because of you? We are proud to welcome the public to a safe, well-prepared, and truly memorable celebration of America's 250th birthday. This is the least safe thing. I mean, you take a look at the event timing that it's talking about as well. It says the gates open at 5. The main programming begins at 7 p.m. The fireworks start at 10:30, allegedly. You're going to have people out there for 7-8 hours in the heat like that. And it's very hot and muggy and humid at night as well over there. Also, you look at food, drink, and water. Food and beverages available for purchase throughout the site. Free water refill, distribution, and misting stations to help you stay cool. Well, where are they today? And is that a free refill once you buy the drink? In any event, I'll show you what else they're saying on State Regime media right now so you can see for yourself. They're out there today, yelling at Mamdani and saying, "Oh, Mamdani, I am at 70 degrees, so come get it, Mamdani. Come get it, Mamdani." These are serious stuff, folks. As our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, writes, entertainment politics for brain-dead morons who need to create a fictitious version of real people and things to cope with realities that don't fit their narrow, shallow worldview. Let's play this clip.
To your point, the celebrity, as Harris has pointed out, that's what elected him. I say don't tread on me when it comes to the air conditioning. I'm at 70 degrees, so like come and get it, Mamdani. I'm not changing it. But that's how socialism works. It's socialism for thee, not for me. He gets to have his air conditioning at whatever temperature he wants, but everyone else has to suffer. That's how it works.
And then I'll show you over here. This is where they were saying this morning, Trump's fair is open. But just so you can see over here, there doesn't appear to be a single human there earlier. Play this clip.
But they were all really good. Some stuck out a little more than others, but really great history. Like you forget about like the moments in American history, especially in the East Coast, about what came together during this time.
But it was also interesting to have Gunnar Landry talk about the Louisiana Purchase and how President Trump sent back the full documents, and they have it now on display there.
This was what it looked like earlier today as well. Let's play this clip.
Here.
Great to have you and welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you become who you have become?
A lot of hard work and perseverance.
Here was a photo yesterday that Jessica Tarlov took. Here's a photo that Anthony Andragna took about the Great American State Fair. You'll recall yesterday a part of the stage nearly killed some of the young girls who were dancing and rehearsing for tomorrow's event that's going to be taking place during 107-degree heat. Play this clip right here. This was one of the main stages, so you can see for yourself at the greatest fair in the history of fairs. Play this clip.
So in one of those essays, although it is not the primary focus of the essay, I said what my opinion of democracy was. And I have to recall it for a moment. It's several years past. Democracies are often as short in their lives as they are violent in their deaths.
And just so you can see what some of the MAGA people who were there were saying, this is how the Daily Wire covered this MAGA guy and his poor kid. Here, play this clip.
Why would you want to miss it, young lady? I mean, the energy is just so wonderful. Look around you. I mean, I wish I could camp here until Donald got here. You know what I mean? I really do. I really do. There's nothing for free, young lady. You know, we all got to pay a price, and we're talking about a little heat. I mean, come on, a little heat. I mean, come on, a little heat. I drove 1,500 miles. Little heat ain't stopping. Hey, look, 1,500 miles, 2 busted rims, not finding our place, not having a place to put our little old bulldog.
And no air conditioning.
And no air conditioning went out on us, and it didn't stop us. Nope. Because we're proud to be American, but we also Texan.
But Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said everything is great, everything is amazing. Don't you worry, this is exactly as we planned. Let's play it.
Here at the Great American State Fair, and I caught up with the organizers and I asked them about how they're pushing back on the narrative about the turnout of this event. Here's the Agriculture Secretary, Brooke Rollins.
So from my perspective, it is hitting exactly every mark that we had hoped it would hit at this point. I do think this weekend we're going to see massive, massive crowds. But, you know, my goal is that people can come and walk and experience it. And 150,000 people coming to celebrate the Great American State Fair over the last 5 or 6 days. I call that a huge success.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.